Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Locker Room. We have a very exciting episode for you. Monday, Tampa Bay and the Chiefs, they go to overtime. We're going to break that whole thing down. We got trades left, right, and center. An amazing time. And college football playoff has put out their first bracket. We're going to discuss that a little bit. But before we do, let's talk about what we need to do for this show to go to the moon. We need to subscribe. Once you subscribe, just click the damn button. That's all you got to do. Then after that, let's comment. And if you're wondering, Taylor, what am I going to do? What comments are I going to put in? Go and put some prayer hands for the Bet the Boys Parlay. Because, boys, I'm going to be honest with you. We have not hit one this year, but I feel really good about this week. As always, we have a fan call-in segment. We have one individual on the Call of Fame and a whole lot of boys in that Call of Shame. Let's have an absolute time today. Let's have the best day we've ever had in our entire lives. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Let's have a hell of a show.
Welcome to the Locker Room on the Bussin with the Boys channel. Don't forget to tap that little subscribe button.
Just a little button to touch.
Again, if you're new and fresh here, top half of the episode we'll be doing NFL, talking Thursday Night Football, our game of the week, Ballsy Pick, Rapid Fire. We'll get into our Bet the Boys Parlay. Back half of the episode is all college football, Trophy Game of the Week, Ballsy Picks, fan call-in segment. We'll get into all of it. Fellas, another show. How we feeling?
I feel like a million domestic today. William Compton, thank you so much for having me again on the show. Very excited. Very excited for this week, and Bet the Boys Parlay is what I'm most excited for. We've been terrible.
We have. I mean, we're over.
Yeah, we're over. We haven't got one win, but eventually
we get it, Delanie. You pick Derrick Henry every week. You get a touchdown out of Derrick Henry. We would all love to pick Derrick Henry.
Pick Derrick. Pick Derrick this week.
Yeah, we can't pick Derrick 3 times in how parlay works.
No, I said y'all can pick Derrick
I'm going
this
Christian
week.
McCaffrey this week.
But
Just letting y'all know. Christian McCaffrey.
How you gonna just?
We can get to that in a little bit, but it's a team effort. It's a team effort.
I
Who failed last
knew you
week?
wanted to snipe that.
Bro,
Where were you at last week?
What?
look at the paper, cuz.
Yeah, Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey. Bro, you got to ride with Derrick the rest of the season.
I will. I will.
Derek's on an insane run right now.
I will. He's number one in every category.
But
I will.
When you take Derrick and you take Christian McCaffrey, those are obviously the easiest picks. The hard part is finding the third pick.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is we're a team, right?
You get the layup every week, and the way Taylor and I look at it is we see the parlay as a team game.
Yeah, me too.
You sit there on your high horse like, well, I hit every
Y'all
week.
fucking up. I ain't fucking up.
No,
this is a locker room. You're supposed to be a team guy.
I'm just reading comments.
We need to be the coaches looking at the roster. What kind of roster are we putting together for the parlay?
Yeah.
And if it loses, we all take
No,
accountability.
we take the L. I just read the comments. I like comments. Keep commenting because I like reading them.
I like Fireball.
Yeah.
We do like Fireball.
We do
Yeah,
like
we
Fireball.
love Fireball. The Locker Room is presented by Fireball Whiskey. Fireball is the perfect shot for game day. Whether you're buying those sneaky little shooters before going into the stadium or going big with the Fireball keg for your tailgate, whether it's a pregame shot in the tailgate lot or a celebratory touchdown shot at the bar, no matter what, it's guaranteed to ignite your game day. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, Will. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Boys, a lot of trades happening. Chiefs, overtime win against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did you guys see overtime coin flip?
I fell asleep.
Yeah, we saw it.
I saw
Bussin with the Boys post a photo, though, about the
What's the rules, though, on that? Because we confused about the rules on the
rules. The
overtime.
overtime rules are confusing now, Will.
Who's confused about the overtime rule?
Everyone.
Score a touchdown, you win.
I thought the
You
other
get a
team,
stop, it's the next team to score.
So if you
Quite
kick a
simple.
field goal,
I
then
thought
what?
they changed it because last year it was different.
Wait, what?
In the playoffs, it's different.
Oh, in the playoffs
only
it's
in
different.
The playoffs is okay. See, that's what
Oh.
it's confusing.
Right,
B.
because the
Said
Super
it
Bowl
pretty
last
simply
year.
right there.
Yeah,
Because the Super Bowl, when the 49ers took the ball, and they're like, oh, yeah, they can have the ball.
Yeah.
And then they go down, I think they had 3, right? Or
Yeah, they got
And then
3.
they go back and score. It was a whole
Yeah, that was
confusing
a
deal.
confusing-
Wait,
yeah.
That was confusing.
Even if you kick a field goal in the regular season, you win.
No,
the
it's
other
never been
team,
that way.
you
That
have
is-
to score. Okay.
Score a touchdown, it's over.
Perfect.
You know
Got
what the
it.
crazy thing about that statement right there? Delanie was a captain. Delanie would have walked out there during an overtime
No question.
and said, oh, we won't take
I
the ball.
never
yeah, we
speak.
good.
I was just to look good. I wasn't the speaker.
He was the guy that gets
out
off
there.
the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last.
Delaney is number one get off the bus
First.
guy.
Yeah, last.
No,
I got off
You
last.
want somebody like you going off first.
No, I'll get off last.
That intimidation
Because
factor.
I know y'all not gonna get all the. I don't want everybody to be confused who they screaming for. So I always got off the bus last.
That is actually
why we love
a
you.
hell of a quote.
That's why we love you.
A hell of a quote. Thursday game. You guys want to get into that? You want to talk a little more?
No, we
talk a
can.
little more?
I'm down.
You guys want to talk about Thursday?
I'm down too.
Thursday, we got the Bengals versus the Ravens. Ravens are favored, -6. Total points in that game is 53. Delanie, why don't you go ahead and tell us where you're going this one, babe?
Man, this is y'all know me, man. Y'all know who I ride with. I'm gonna have to ride with my boys, man. Them Ravens, they coming down swooping shit. You got Lamar Jackson. I think he's number one in all categories at quarterback. You got Derrick Henry, that's number one in all categories. That's having a hell of a year. And then likely stepping up, making plays. People doubted him. I never did. I already knew you was gonna be the truth because you remind me of me. My man is out there making plays after play after play.
Let's go, D.
And then you got to think about that defense. You got Roquan Swift out there just sitting it down. What is his name? Cal Van Noy?
Calvin Noy still playing.
Still going.
Still doing it.
Still going.
Shout out the boy.
Shout out.
Picks and chooses his slots, though, I'll say.
Really?
When it comes to rushing, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, he's a
great
little older.
zone dropping defensive end.
Little old. Yeah,
He's
definitely.
phenomenal zone dropping.
He'll scrap a couple sacks now.
No doubt. Great with games, good when he has those one-on-ones, no doubt about it. But he actually, and it's not even a shot, he's actually really good at dropping in his own coverage. He does a great job with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been balling, and I like saying that because he's getting fine as that wine starts to age. You get what I'm saying?
I like it. So you're taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens.
You're taking the Ravens -6.
-6.
Really?
If I can move the line, I'll move the line. But I know you guys don't like that. So
We're
just
not
trying
going to do that. We're picking the games.
yeah, we.
Almost 2 years in the making. You're still trying to change the rules of our show.
Hey, I'm trying to do what you can do on the app. If it's in the app, it's in the app.
All right, my bad, bro.
All right, take it
Go
easy.
ahead,
Take
Will.
it easy. I like the Ravens too.
Hey, Delanie's fiery, bro.
I feel like their offense, like nobody can stop that offense. They got a chip on their shoulders, especially after dropping one a couple weeks ago to the Browns. You saw they came out last week, and they're obviously rematching again with the Bengals. They went into OT last time. I feel like they're going to understand how. I just don't think it's going to be close in this game. I like the Ravens. I don't think the Bengals have a defense that can stop any component of this offense.
True.
So I'm taking the Ravens with the points on DraftKings. So that's where I'm at as well. I'm with you.
Completely understandable. Joe Burrow being 3-5 versus the Ravens in his career. I understand that. A couple weeks ago, Joe Burrow sat in a press conference and basically said, we got to win 7 our next 8. And then basically said, bet. When they played on October 6th, the first meeting between the Ravens and the Bengals, Joe Burrow threw for 5 touchdowns. That's against Roquan Swift and that Ravens defense.
He did
that
last
game
week, too.
went. Yeah, he did it last week against the Ravens as well.
He's playing incredible.
251 yards, 5 touchdowns versus the Raiders. I think, just like I did last week with Miami and Buffalo, I think the Ravens win this game. I think it's a lot closer than we think because the Bengals do have a chip on their shoulder. They're really starting to work the perimeter, getting the ball in the hands of the guys that they know can make plays, that are fast and just moving around in a way that we didn't see in the beginning part of the year. I like the Bengals to cover. I like the Ravens to win. I mean, you look at the last meeting, 41-38 was the final score.
True.
I think the biggest play in this game.
Could be a big-time over game.
I was just going to say, I think the big play in this game is the over.
Is the over.
I like the over in this game.
What is it, 53?
Especially when you have
If you think the
game.
Bengals are going to keep it close too, like they're not stopping that offense.
No.
They're not stopping that offense. That offense is insane.
Insane. And I just.
What's the over?
I think this is a big time
53?
over game.
53.
I think it's a big time over game. And if I had to go with a pick, which I know we like to do on the show, I would say the Bengals +6. That's how I feel.
I mean, you were right last week with the Miami.
It felt good
Buffalo.
too. It felt good to see that.
You were right last week about Miami Buffalo. I thought Miami didn't stand a chance.
And they kept it close.
Right down to the wire.
Right. I'll
Last
tell
second
you,
field
two
goal.
is- two is eggs, bro.
He's starting to get back.
He's starting to get back. He's
too.
starting to understand what's
starting to get it
going on.
together.
He's starting to get
Score
it
some
back. You
points,
got,
put
you
some points on the
know,
board.
you get
The
shook up.
scrambled eggs
It
is
happened.
not liquid anymore. Not as liquid anymore.
It's starting to gel back together. You get what I'm saying?
Solidified, dude. Like the candle when you take the wick off.
Yeah.
Just let it
Yeah.
slowly get back to a solid. You'll be
Yeah.
all right. You're going to be just fine.
What do you guys like? What's your guys' game of the weeks? Your favorite game to bet on?
Mine's right now.
Yeah. Go ahead, D.
I mean, mine's gonna be the Falcons versus the Saints. I know the Saints just fired their head man, so that's why I picked this one as my game of the week because the Saints can probably come out and fire on all cylinders. You know how it go. Your head man get fired, the next guy step up. You kind of play a little harder for him,
Especially if they didn't like him.
especially if they didn't like him.
And it'll be all hands on deck.
But
Trick plays.
Yeah.
Fakes.
Yeah, do whatever
But-
you want.
But Kurt Thuggin, being in Atlanta, my man is he just look a little different. You
Walk
know
in a
what I mean?
trap, take over a trap.
Yeah. You
His
see what I'm
words.
saying? He doing his thing. And then you got Robinson starting to play ball out. I mean, he's getting his field back. I think he's going to be a key factor in this game. And then Pitts finally getting in the end zone, starting to look like himself that we all been waiting for, and he's coming together. I just, you know what I'm saying? Who else we got over there? You got London. Kept making plays. We want to see that. The dude is out there doing what he's supposed to do outside.
Selly's not as good as Amon-Ra St. Brown, though.
No.
He
The
not.
little, you know how they like.
So you're taking the
straight on their head?
Falcons.
I am taking the Falcons to win this game, man. It's -3.5. The Falcons,
Which I think's
get this-
crazy.
Why?
-3.5?
Oh, I thought you was crazy taking the Falcons.
Because the spread
No.
is so low. You
Yeah.
would think it would be higher, but like I said, when you know how it is, when
I
a
know.
new man come in
But
there.
still, they traded away Lattimore.
I know.
Like, they're just.
They're basically they're rebuilding.
Rebuild.
They're looking
at a
this
rebuild.
coach. And I do like the idea of when a interim head coach starts their first game. Usually you see it with the win, but we saw the Jets when they fired
I
Salah.
know.
He gets fired, they lose the next week. And
Two.
so I think it's kind of broken. I think it's a broken
It
thing. right
can
there.
be a broken
I'm with the
thing.
Falcons on that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
taking
the
the
Falcons a
Falcons.
lot.
Give me the Falcons -3.5 as well, Jared. Just record's sake.
Record sake.
Just to put it out there, I am making that pick. Falcons -3.5. I'm going over the Lions at the Texans. Right now, the spread is -3.5. The over/under is 49.
Damn, that's
The Lions are incredible.
They're a fucking wrecking.
Their
They're
last 5
nasty.
games. Shout out Dan Orlovsky. He had this post earlier in the week. Their last 5 games, 196 points scored. What's 196 divided by 5, Delanie?
I do not know.
39.2. They're scoring about 40 points per game.
You didn't know. You
They've
didn't know
allowed
that shit.
only 95. And again, it's not against like bad defenses. They put up 31 on the Vikings. The Titans have the number 1 defense in the league. They put up 50, what was it, 50 plus 57?
A lot of that turnovers in special teams, but yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you.
And
Either
field
way,
position.
this is a team that hazes you. Like in high school, you got a senior class, they haze the freshmen, they strip them down butt naked, they tape them to a pole, they take pictures for everybody to laugh at you. That is the Lions. They would beat the Chiefs by 2 scores right now.
Oh.
I don't see the line right now is -3.5 with the Lions at Houston. Houston, I mean, they have the injuries that they have. Like this line's weird because it's -3.5, but the Lions are just on a different level, bro. They're on a different level.
But yeah, they are. But they're in the NFC. So you got to think about the teams that's in the NFC right now that are fucking amazing as well. You got the Falcons. You got Washington. You got San Francisco. They got to go through those guys to even get to the Chiefs. You get what I'm saying?
The Lions would run through them right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
And right now we're betting on this game at Houston. They're going to run through them.
Yeah, Houston.
Not a long flight. You got their number 1 and number 2 receiver for Houston Texans. They're out. They're
Out.
not playing the game.
Yeah.
It is a tough situation in Houston. I have no idea why the line's the way it is. I think
I know
Jared
that's
Goff,
weird.
Jared
I
Goff's
think-
playing incredible. Like who,
He sure is.
They have everybody on offense.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the defense they give up. They're their lower bottom third in the league with giving up pass yards. But I mean, they're up on every team. Every team has to throw the ball against them.
right.
Yeah.
And this team, like, they have all the chips on their shoulder. They got a player-led coaching staff.
True. Very true.
They have all the dogs on that team. Like I don't see them. I don't
Something
see
about sitting in during our camp tour when we got to see them in Detroit. The level of like stoic confidence that team has walking around with. Their offensive line's incredible. Their receivers are great. They have a young tight end who kills it. Jared Goff, who consistently has a chip on his shoulder, but he's still a guy's guy. And then you have a defense that's flying around. Aiden Hutchinson breaks his leg a couple weeks ago, and who is, he's the great white hope for the state of Michigan, right? Went to Michigan, gets picked 2
Defensive
overall by
player
the
of the year
Lions.
From
Brian
Michigan.
Akers for a while.
Kills it, like putting up numbers that we have not seen before.
Yeah.
And he goes down, and it doesn't skip a beat. It's like a next man up mentality. Dan Campbell has those guys in a position to feel so great about their future. If they can stay healthy, I think they're the team to beat for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I
agree.
think that too. I just
But
want to see what they do in the playoffs.
Here's the
They're
part
the
that
best
worries
team in the
me.
league right now.
Yeah, but in the playoffs, shit changes.
Shit
You know
changes.
that.
There's no doubt
They're
about
not
it.
in
But
the
still,
playoffs
bro,
right
I'm
now.
telling you, like Dan Campbell does not operate like that. He's not a cat that lets the boys fall asleep at the wheel when you have a bye week going into playoffs. The only thing that scares me is when Will Compton starts to talk nasty about the Chiefs. That is the only thing as a team as a league we have to worry about. If you don't want the Chiefs to win, You need to silence Will Compton on the Chiefs hate.
Yeah, because
Every time Will starts talking about the Chiefs, what happens?
they win.
They fucking win.
And they ain't playing great
Their
football,
time-
but
their-
they winning.
Their time is coming. They're a good football team.
It's a good ball club. They're undefeated.
They're a great team.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. They find ways to win.
Every
Regardless.
time.
Regardless of
But they're not the
touchdowns
best
and
team in the
interceptions
league
from
right
Mahomes.
now.
But they about to be. D-Hop is showing out right now,
Diop
too.
is going nuts. He's going
Which,
crazy.
and if you're a Titans fan, you got to feel sick about that.
And then he did the
Not-
Remember the Titans.
not really.
you got to
like-
feel sick, dude.
You got
Yeah,
to.
but you don't have
gotta
Mahomes
be-
at quarterback.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro. But you
but
had
still.
Calvin. You have Calvin Ridley also right next to you, who you have to worry about as a defense. You had Chigankounkwa, who is a young little Delanie Walker, and you have two backs that can catch the ball in the backfield and are quick twitch cats.
Yeah.
You have all that, and DeAndre Hopkins goes over the Chiefs and balls the way he did. DeAndre Hopkins should have had the ball in his hands in a lot more ways than it would have not been difficult for a quarterback to give him to.
So true.
But the Titans don't have Andy Reid.
I
Yes,
mean,
I don't
we'll
disagree
give
with
you
that.
that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, we got to trade for Andy Reid in Nashville. That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
think he gonna leave?
another head coach
Love
trade
Callahan.
since
Love
John
Callahan.
Gruden.
If we could trade for Andy Reid, let's get that trade done as quick as
13
possible, right?
years in Kansas City. You think he gonna leave Kansas City? He's the mayor in Kansas City.
I don't think he
Big
will.
Red.
I think we have a better chance of Marcus Mariota being the quarterback for the Titans, which we still all believe in. At least I do. My game of the weekend, I will be hitting the board for this a little bit, is going to be San Francisco. They're at the Bucs. San Francisco is favored by 6.5. Last week, San Francisco held an extra practice for one reason and one reason only. For Christian McCaffrey to see if he can go. That is the biggest thing going on right now. We saw Deebo Samuel a couple weeks ago goes to hospital with pneumonia. His lungs are filling up like a bottle of water pressing under the pool, just watching the bubbles come up. The guy's basically drowning. They take him to the hospital. They pull that shit out. The boy catches for 6 receptions for 70 yards last week. He's starting to operate. George Kittle is coming. I think he had 145 yards receiving, and now you're getting CMC back this week. He's healthy. He's feeling good. We got a big thing coming. So what I'm going to do is we're hit the board again.
Let's do it.
Board talk. Board talk.
They also got that one receiver coming, number 15,
Jennings.
He's coming back this week too.
Yeah.
Whew. They getting healthy.
So we look at this right here. We're thinking to ourselves, Taylor, where's the defensive fronts? That's not the point of this whole thing. We're talking about Kyle Shanahan and his brilliant mind and how he takes a lot of plays, makes them look the same, but they're different every single time. This is 3 different formations in 3 different drives. This is the first drive of the game. So what we did here is F on a motion goes. They're running a play called truck. So basically that means a pin pull scheme. Ball snap, tackles pulling, someone's blocking down on the end, and they're trying to get that. This play does not go for a whole lot of yards, but when you have this motion, now you have eyes from the defense all looking this way. So that play goes. The next series, we're looking somewhat similar, but now the H is just on the opposite side. Hit the motion with the Y. This is George Kittle. This turns into essentially a force play. As if the Y was here in the beginning, they'd be in a triple to the Mike linebacker. But this time they're bringing the Y, and now we have a man reach by the tackle. The Y is coming from the inside, essentially turning into a triple on the move. Hitting that outside zone play to the left again. Now a third series. So both these plays go for under 4 yards. You think as an OC, what you want to do is you want to get away from those types of things, not Kyle Shanahan. Now we have two backs in the backfield. The F before the snap motions out, getting the eyes to go, and the Y now motions and runs right before the snap. Then the H comes, they're showing the run like they did in the last 2 series, making the whole defense with their eyes look to the left. It is now a play we like to call at the Titans, it's called Lucy, which essentially means you're taking 5 hard steps as an offensive line, you're settling and recreating a new pocket. The quarterback is going to fake the handoff and then set up behind the right guard and the right tackle, and then there's a lot of soft cushion with the zone coverage for the receivers to have an X play downfield, and that's exactly what happens. With Christian McCaffrey, so you have Jordan Mason, who's been the backup. He's played very well for Christian McCaffrey while he's been getting his 2 Achilles all figured out. These 2 plays look a whole lot better with CMC in the backfield, and it's a lot scarier for this defense. I think a lot more in the zone coverage opens up. I think we have a big blowout coming for San Francisco. They're going to start operating in a way where maybe in a couple of weeks that's the team to beat over the Detroit Lions.
Oh, it's also what you said. It's great that Christian is coming back because Jordan got hurt last week. Even though they had a bye, had time to recover, but he still took an injury. Had to go in the locker room that against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they was going with a third string running back. I want to say true rookie was out there putting in work too, though.
Getting after it.
6.5 points is a lot.
That is a lot,
Bucs
too.
can score.
It's a lot.
That
Bucs
is a
can
lot.
score. But I don't think you got to overthink it.
I mean, you got
Trump
Mike,
just got
Mike
elected.
Evans out, Chris Godwin. Like,
I know,
there's a lot.
yeah.
This is as simple
Did I
as
just hear him say Trump just got elected?
this is as simple as Trump just got elected. The San Francisco 49ers are going to come more alive than ever. You got Bosa rocking the hat. You got CMC coming back. Brock Purdy, a quarterback. Trump was talking about Brock Purdy on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is Niners
Yeah,
minus
he
6.5 all day long.
I like that. I guess.
Yeah, I just don't think you got to overthink it.
Yeah.
Just don't
fair
overthink
enough.
it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Did you hit your game of the week?
Yeah,
You was
bro,
first, right?
First,
well,
mate.
I was just making sure.
You,
before we
you,
got into
you
it.
took my bet.
Before we got into our ballsy pick presented to us by Fireball Whiskey. So many things, Delanie, make football great, but you know what the best thing is? Kicking the living shit out of your rival. There's absolutely no better feeling as an athlete or fan. This week we've talked about a few different games. You got the Lions going to Houston, and Fireball Whiskey is here to give you the spark to ignite that rivalry all season long. Grab your football buddy, buy a round, and let's reignite that rivalry flame together. Fellas, ballsy picks.
Well, go ahead, take it, Willie.
I would love to. The Commanders. The Steelers are at Washington this week. The spread right now is -3. I love the Commanders. I love what Washington's got going on. They just traded for Marcus Lattimore. I think they're going all in for a Super Bowl run this year, and I think they do go on that run. However, with the Steelers coming into Washington, this is where I'm going to say it comes down to the fourth quarter and the defense and the better coached football team than the Bears last week. The Steelers are going to win this game. The Steelers are, after the bye week, are 4-0 against the spread since 2020. Also since 2020 with a rest advantage. They're batting 67%. As an underdog, they're 62%. I'm a little sussy for Russie. Shout out the boy Jersey Jerry. Their defense is elite. They're fourth in rush. They're either going to make Jaden throw the ball. Jaden will be able to throw the ball. They're second in points. And again, I think it comes down to the fourth quarter. And I think the better coached team compared to the Bears last week, the Steelers pull this one out in Washington. So I'm going with the Steelers money line against the Commanders, who again I love. The way I'm feeling this out, the way I'm seeing this board, I like the Steelers in Washington this week.
There's only
Coming off the bye as well.
There's hardly ever been a team to go 17-0. There's hardly ever been a team to just run the table when they're looking good. I don't hate that pick at all.
What's the plus on that? What's the plus money?
It's the spread right now is the Commanders -3.
No, I know, but what's the money line?
Like, what are the odds?
Yes.
Probably like plus 140, I would say, on a 3-point spread.
I wouldn't think that, but yeah, probably like 114.
You feel good about that pick or no?
Yeah. What do
No.
You're just gonna stay away from it.
I'm gonna stay away from
Yeah,
that.
but you can comment on it. Do you
He's
feel good
trying
about it? Essentially, Will just gave us a presentation, right? He's up there with the PowerPoint. He put it together. He was up all night thinking about what he's going to say to us about the Steelers and the Commanders.
Yeah.
And you know,
And
how,
now
like,
this is our opportunity to tell him how we feel. I think it's a good pick.
you know how you sit there and the teacher do that, and you be like, this teacher's full of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So you think Will's full of shit. So you think the Commanders
What's
are
the
going to
money line odds? Like, what are the plus odds there
4-2.
for the Steelers to win?
Plus 142.
What did I just say? Plus 140. What did I say?
you got to prove me wrong, man. I'm that guy.
So how do you feel about the pick?
It's cool. I'm not going with it. I think Washington is gonna win this game straight up.
You think they're going to cover? Like
Yeah.
you want to put that? You want to put that for your record?
I'm not putting nothing on that.
So you don't want to touch the game.
I don't want to touch
Love,
that.
Will,
game.
love the presentation. I'm not going
Great
to touch
presentation,
this game.
Will. Great way to prove me wrong. Yes.
Per
Wrong
usual.
about
Per
numbers.
usual.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's one presentation. Let me give you one of my ballsy
Let's
picks.
hear
I'm
yours.
getting a little more saucy this week. I got Patriots money line versus the Chicago Bears, who are favored by 6 points right now. That is plus 220. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Taylor, that's fucking crazy. The defense sucks. The Patriots defense is terrible. That is true.
Yeah.
They're ranked 23rd defensively. You know what the Cardinals are? 27th. And they held the Bears to 9 points last week.
They were way better.
People
team.
think Drake May, oh, he's terrible, he's this, he's
They're
that.
not terrible.
Listen,
Arizona's got some offense.
let me get you a little stat real quick on Drake May. This is a little wonky. This is a bit of 9-inch data. First quarterback in history in their first 4 starts. He took over in Week 6 against the Houston Texans. 700 yards passing, completing at least 60% of his passes, throw for at least 6 touchdowns, and rush for at least 200 yards and a touchdown in his first 4 starts. Only quarterback to ever do that in his first 4 starts. There's juice there that is worth the squeeze up in New England. They know that they've had the last 20 years. They lose a bad one to the Titans in overtime. Drake May had 12 seconds of protection in the last play of the game just to send this thing to overtime.
True.
You take that loss, you know you're one of the worst teams in the NFL, but the Bears are shaky. We had DeAndre Swift last week. We wanted him real bad for our Bet the Boys Parlay. That was my pick. Didn't sniff the end zone. Didn't get that opportunity. Caleb seems like he's going back to his first couple of weeks in the NFL, his first couple of starts, where he's a little more unsure of himself. He's not finding where the pockets are to throw in the zone coverage. He's not leading his receivers in man coverage. We got a sneaky little situation here where New England might be able to pull it out against the Patriots. What do you boys think?
I like it. I like it because they're calling for Eberflus's head.
Okay.
I don't think Caleb's regressing to where he looked in the first couple of weeks. I think he's somebody who can make plays. He's just not getting away with the things he could get away with in college. I also feel like a disgruntled DJ Moore. He's very gray when talking about, hey, his coach lost the locker room. He's like, I wouldn't say that. I'm staying away from the game. I think it's ugly.
As you guys should. It's a ballsy pick for a reason.
Yeah.
But I found when I went searching, dude, put a couple things under a microscope. I was like, there's a case to be had that this is.
And Drake does look good, but I mean the Bears' defense is nice.
True.
So my personal thought, I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay away from that game as well.
As always, very in depth.
Yeah.
Just I don't. Them two teams is just. I mean, the Bears. I feel
not worth your time.
Really.
They're not worth your time.
Yeah,
you got to prove
you're
me
focused
wrong.
on prime
You're not
time.
worth that time.
I don't focus on prime time.
You focus on the things that matter.
I watch games. That counts.
Can I tell you something?
I can't wait to hear your ballsy pick.
When we
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear
What
that.
team is -1 that you're going against this week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead, because I knew you were going to pick immediately.
Who?
Well, I can't remember the teams, but there was a
What's a ballsy pick?
You're probably going to try and sell us on something like
the Dolphins.
Exactly. Miami flying out to LA and beating the Rams.
The Rams right now are looking really good, though. This is a ballsy pick. They got their cup back.
Some call it ballsy, some call it dumb. But yeah, go ahead.
How's it? This is a ballsy pick. You got Tua showing up. Like I said, he's getting his noodles back. He's sitting in the pocket. He's looking clear. He can see down the field. He's making plays. You got Waddle out there making plays. Got to get Tyreek in there a little bit more. He's on my fantasy team. We need that man to make a little bit more plays because he's killing me. I'm like 11th in fantasy right now, so that hurts. But again, Tua's looking good. That defense is getting healthy. I just feel like they're going to go out there to Los Angeles, stop the Rams. Tua's going to put a lot of points up. I think he was he had to get 243. He was at 237, and then they did like a handoff to Waddle when my man could have got numbers, man. I could have got units, you feel me? So I'm going with Miami to hold it down in LA, which I know Tua will do, even though a lot of people think I'm a Tua hater, but I actually like Tua a lot.
People think you're a Tua hater?
Oh yeah.
Who thinks that?
A lot of people.
What's the spread in that game?
2-9.
The spread in that game is -2.5.
It's moved to 1.
Damn.
Of
dude.
course, it's moved
Here we
to 1.
are.
There you go.
Hey,
Here we
This is
are.
even
Where
better,
it
though.
says we started.
Garrett, you lying. Garrett, you lying.
What's the money
They're
line?
both
What's the
minus.
money line odds for Miami?
102.
Plus.
Minus 102.
Damn.
Oh!
When I
Plus
picked
odds,
it
bro.
though, look, when I picked it though, it was plus 114.
It was 114 this morning.
Yeah,
God,
see? This morning.
114 is not a ballsy pick. That's a pick 'em.
That's a ballsy pick,
No,
bro.
it's not. A ballsy
Come on,
pick is
man.
taking 2 shitty teams and one's favored by 6.
That is not a
One-
ballsy
taking
pick.
two teams-
Here's a ballsy pick. Take the line and move it in favor of the Rams to get plus odds.
You
That's the ballsy
crazy.
pick because the Rams are going to beat their ass.
No, they not.
Bro, you talk about
So that's why it's
Miami's
ballsy.
defense is getting healthy. Like, what are they getting healthy for? They're 2-6. Like, they got nothing.
It's because
to
the
play for.
Tua was hurt.
And
bro.
the Rams, the NFC West is wide open.
wide open.
Yeah, but
And
but
they're getting healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're getting healthy.
They getting healthy too.
If
That's why
Puka doesn't throw a punch, it's not even a
Look,
game
that's why
against
it's
Seattle. They just
ballsy.
beat the Vikings in Seattle.
You
bro.
making my point. That's why it's ballsy. You just saying they about to get their
But it
ass
ain't
beat.
ballsy.
It
Bro,
is. You
you're
just
talking
said they
about
about
the
to get
odds,
their
bro.
ass beat, and I'm telling you right now, The Dolphins is gonna win the game. Money
They're
line.
not winning the game.
Okay,
They're not
we'll
winning
see.
the game. They
We'll
ain't
see.
stopping that offense.
We'll see.
That young D line with
Where-
Fisk, Verse,
What's the
Turner.
percentages?
Who's the other
What's
cat?
the percentages right now? What are our percentages?
Well, I'll tell you, last week you were 44%.
You was 41. I'm starting
Okay,
to.
what's
I'm
that- what's that
starting.
got to
I'm
do with
starting to
anything?
top the charts now. I'm starting to go back to first place.
forgot-
Listen
he
to
forgot
me.
that I topped the
Listen
charts.
to me. Listen to me. I'm
Rand's
starting to be in first place.
Rand's
man.
about to bring you to your knees this week. Who? Is there an out in here?
Who are
I
you
don't see
talking?
one.
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
I'm saying the Rams are about to bring
We'll
you to your
see.
knees.
We'll
this
see.
week.
We'll see.
Yeah,
My
we
boy
will.
Jonnu out there eating right now. Come on, man. You
Then now that this is pretty much a pick 'em, 500, me and you. I got the Rams.
500.
you
I got the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
All right, bitch.
He called me a snitch.
Hey, what you got to
He called me a snitch.
Beat his ass.
Look, line up the Oklahoma drill. All right. Rapid fire. Let's calm down.
Are we ready?
Ready.
First up, we got Bills -3.5 at the Colts. Over under is 46.
Bills.
Bills -3.5.
Triple A stat.
Next, Vikings -4 at the Jags. Over under 47.
Vikings -4.
Vikings.
Over 47.
Broncos at the Chiefs. Chiefs are -8. Over under 41.5.
Broncos.
Broncos +8.
Chiefs. -8.
Next, Titans at Chargers. Chargers -7.5. Over under 38.
Over.
Over.
Titans +7.5.
We got the Eagles -7 at the Cowboys. Over under 42.
Eagles.
Under.
Eagles -7.
Last, Jets at Cardinals. Cardinals are -1. Over under 46.
Cardinals.
Jets.
Over.
That's it for rapid fire.
Hey.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you very much, Coop. As always, we appreciate you. We're now on the Bet the Boys Parlay, and that is presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. I love watching sports, but you know what makes it better? Having some skin in the game. Thanks to our partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Wondering what the DraftKings Sportsbook app offers? Check out DraftKings live betting, same game parlay, and prop betting. You can even follow your favorite Barstool personality bets by joining the Barstool betting group on the app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up using promo code LOCKER. That's LOCKER. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. This is going to be a very quick segment.
Christian McCaffrey.
Boom.
Derrick Henry.
Done. All right. I'm going to take... I hate this.
Bring it home, Taylor.
Yeah, bring it home, bro. You don't gotta hate it. Hey, we got your fucking back. Or
I
you know I
appreciate
got your back.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
I
no,
got
no,
your
no.
back.
I got your back, man. What you talking about?
What you seeing?
James Cook
Wait.
against the Colts.
Yep.
Colts are the 31st ranked defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
Have an opportunity here to get in the end zone. Not the name that we're thinking is going to come out of my mouth right there, but I'm telling you, bro. I looked at the stats. I looked at their defense. The Colts defense is rough. Rough. James Cook. That's obviously the scary part of this parlay, but I knew where you boys were going and I had to pick something somewhere. You did.
I love it.
Oh, you fucking love it.
Love it.
Let's go.
I love that.
You love it?
Yeah, I love that.
Let's do it again, but let's have some enthusiasm. You like it or hate it?
I love
Let's
it.
fucking
Wow.
go.
I love it.
How do you feel?
I love it.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. Interesting way to say you love it, though. Interesting way. A little food.
Good? Good?
Good,
Yes.
great.
NFL talk. After this break, we will dive into college football right after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the locker room. We just finished our NFL segment, and we're now going into the college football segment. But before we do, I want to talk to you about DraftKings Sportsbook. I love watching sports. But you know what makes it even better? Having some skin in the game. Thanks to our partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Wonder what DraftKings Sportsbook app offers? Check out DraftKings live betting, same game parlays, and prop bets. You can even follow your favorite Barstool personalities bets by joining the Barstool betting group on the app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign in using promo code LOCKER. That's promo code LOCKER, LOCKER. Only have the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. William, how we feeling, babe?
College football.
Delanie
college
Walker's
football.
favorite.
We got the tournament
Favorite
rankings
segment.
out. We got our first peek at that. The way I'm seeing it right now, you got Oregon number 1. If I had to call it today, I would say Oregon over Texas in the national title game.
This guy.
That would be my call right now. But what I love most about this whole thing is every week from here on out now has playoff implications. You look at Alabama LSU this weekend. Like they're obviously going to be hyped because that's a game literally every year. But this has got like an elimination vibe to it because they're both 2 lost teams.
Right.
So whoever loses this one could be bounced forever
Done.
from the
See you
college
later.
football playoff.
Oh, yeah.
So I love it. This is what the world needs, especially right now.
I do not hate that. I mean, Oregon seems like a force to be reckoned with. We saw what they did last week against my boys. Like, first off, very disrespectful of Dan Lanning, scoring a touchdown, 15 seconds left in the game. I can't help but take that personally.
Thank you, Dan Lanning, for the late cover. Thank you, Dan Lanning, for the late cover last week.
That's crazy, JP, with the golf clap in the back. But yeah, I don't see a way that, I mean, Oregon, man, they're running like crazy. Now you play a couple SEC teams. You got some big bodies in the trenches there with the defensive line and the offensive lines. I can see Texas. I can see Georgia handling business. I think Alabama's been a little too inconsistent at this point. We'll find out later during the college football talk. I think those are the 2 teams that could unseat Oregon. But other than that, Oregon's the team to beat right now.
I mean, I see Oregon going, but I also see Miami, baby.
I know it's crazy. You've been talking about Miami
For a minute.
I just don't think
Constantly.
they have. I think they've had a great year, and they have the schedule to do so too. I just don't think that they have the bodies. I don't think that they have the team, the consistency. They're a little streaky. I just don't think they would have that going into the playoffs, especially if they're playing an SEC team out of the gate, which right now would be the winner out of Texas, Alabama.
And they can be easily beaten. We've seen it. We've seen it.
I don't know.
So
I mean,
it's-
dude, you see a team like Oregon who started off the year a little bit shaky.
That's
almost-
shaky, and then and now look at them.
Yeah, turn it around, and they're getting strong at the perfect part of the season.
I'm telling you,
These other
Miami.
teams that you look at, you've seen streakiness from all of them in inconsistent parts of the season. It wasn't just the beginning and then they turn it around. It's been good, bad. Like the Oregon showing the consistency later as the season goes makes you feel really good about them.
What's
all the
the
way through.
record of Miami right now?
Are they undefeated?
Undefeated.
They're undefeated.
Undefeated.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
They're also in the ACC.
We can say that all we want. You know, that's the thing you guys like to use and throw out there. But I mean,
It's a
it's
terrible
college
conference this
football.
year.
So it's college football. Anything can happen. We starting to see that. As long as you got money, you got guys backing you, you can be that team. You're starting to see that. Okay. Didn't
All right.
Georgia spend a gang of money? And look what happened to those boys.
All right, okay.
Especially speaking on teams who spend a lot of money, we do have our trophy game of the week this week brought to us by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, Georgia Ole Miss. Georgia Ole Miss right now, Georgia favored by 2.5. The over-under on this game is 55. It is at Ole Miss. Where are you guys going?
I think the storyline of this whole entire thing is Carson Beck and him throwing interceptions over and over again. He's had a level of consistency that we do not like to see at a perennial 5-star blue chip program like Georgia. But let's look at those 3 interceptions he had. His first interception was on a 1st and 10. It was an incredible job by the zone 2 corner. He baited in the flat, sucked back, and Carson Beck just didn't see it.
Yeah.
That was a great job by the defense. The second interception, there's no excuse. Throws it over the middle, 2nd, I think 8. Throws it over the middle, literally 3 or 4 jerseys of the opposing team right in front of him. And that third one, he's literally hit as he throws. Ball goes in the air. It could be anybody's ball at that point. So 2 of those 3 are easily fixable. When you start to throw it in the middle with all those guys around, you have an issue. 10 of Florida's points last week came off of turnovers. That's the only reason why they kept him in the game the entire time. Obviously, with Florida's quarterback getting hurt as well. I think Kirby Smart is one of those coaches that is going to be looked at not quite like Nick Saban, but he's got the program, he's got the culture, he's got the vibe where he can right those wrongs. He's in Carson Beck's ear right now. You see him after the second interception, brings him over, gives him a hug. You can see him having a little bit of a conversation with him and sends him on his way. He's going to trust his guys. He's got 5-star guys all over the field. I think Georgia takes this one. I mean, it's minus 2.5. I think they take it and handle it. Another reason why I'm taking Georgia, when Ole Miss played Kentucky, I watched a game with Ben Mintz. And he just talked my ear off about how this is a guaranteed win, that they've paid so much money in NIL, they're going to run the table. I ended up betting like $3,000-$4,000 on that game. This is not my happiest moment. I lost a lot of money that week just buying into other people's bets, and for that reason, I'll also be going Georgia.
I think Ole Miss is too streaky. Like they have a hot offense. I think it's going to be tough for Georgia. But Georgia, like you were saying with Carson Beck, I feel like he's had his inconsistencies, but they're still an offense. They've put up like 30-plus points in the last 5 games. Mm-hmm. They have one of the top O-lines in the country. They'll do a good job protecting them. And you're right, like leaning on culture, consistency, just the overall stature that Georgia has. Like Kirby Smart betting on them late in the year. And then you see like this is a massive game. You saw how Georgia showed up against Texas when they played against Texas. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be one of those. I feel like it's going to be one of those atmospheres, and I like Georgia to cover -2.5.
Again, y'all said everything. Again, I was going to speak on Kirby Smart just having that culture, having that aura around him, that dudes want to play for him, dudes like what they see out of him. I just see Georgia taking this one against Ole Miss. That -2.5 is not a crazy spread, but I think Georgia gets it done.
Anybody out there like Ole Miss?
Jordan Watkins, Ole Miss wide receiver, had 8 receptions, 254 yards, and 5 touchdowns last week against Arkansas.
They play well against Arkansas. Not taking anything away from them. They play well against Arkansas.
Arkansas the week before, their quarterback went crazy, and then what happened to Arkansas the week after?
Yeah.
Right?
They have a juggernaut of an offense.
They do, and I think they're one of the tops in the league with explosive plays.
But
Georgia's
Walker
also
kid for
tops in
Georgia.
the league of limiting explosive plays.
Dude, when we were driving back from Tennessee, Alabama, and we were watching Georgia, Texas on the way.
Yeah, that
Walker
backer,
kid,
both those linebackers.
insane. He had like 3 sacks, forced fumble. I think he had like 2 PBUs. Like that kid is fucking nuts.
I mean, they know what's in stake right now. They can't fall. They can't lose any more games. So.
Who's that?
Georgia.
They can afford to lose one.
I
5, right?
don't know about that one.
I don't know. They're not.
Carson Beck's is not a good mental.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's not. He'll play good this week, and he'll be able to drop a Snapchat.
Kid's
out there.
playing like he looks right now. He's a little off.
Yeah,
It's just how it is. That's part of the game sometimes, man. He'll be all right.
I'm with you on Georgia. Should we get into our tier talk?
Yeah.
Should we get into our tier talk this week? Tier talk is brought to us by Duke Cannon. Maybe you've seen Duke Cannon products in Target, Walmart, or your local hardware store. If not, let me introduce you. Duke Cannon makes a variety of men's grooming goods, big-ass bricks of soap, thick body wash, beard care stuff, colognes, and hair wash. They also donate money to veteran causes each year through the Duke Cannon Veterans Fund. Simply put, they give a damn. And their products work hard and smell terrific. Most of the year, I'm a sawtooth, thick body wash type of guy. Then in the fall, I like their Buffalo Trace soaps. But during the holiday season, which is pretty much upon us, I put their big-ass lump of Kohl soap on my wish list. It's a holiday classic like Die Hard. Shop now at DukeCannon.com, Amazon, and Target, or at Walmart. They're everywhere. Go forth and save up to 20% on Yuletide. You know.
I don't know what that
Sometimes
is.
you got to work through that. Save up to 20% on Yuletide soaps, bundles, and gift sets, the products, the packaging. You won't find better gifts for men on your list this year. Shop now at DukeCannon.com, Amazon, and Target, or at your local Walmart. Boys, let's dive into our tier talk. Do you want me to kick it off?
Go ahead, Ball.
All right. Let me see where my worksheets are here. Let me see where my papers are. Let me see. All right. I think I'm ready to go. Washington, my tier 1. Washington at Penn State. The spread right now is -13.5. The over/under is 46. I'm taking Penn State. They performed the way they performed last week against Ohio State. Everybody knows they're talking about James Franklin. Should he be on the hot seat? Should he not be? He's a 10-win season type of winning coach. I think they bounced back against Washington. Yep. Again, Washington struggles going on the road in Big Ten country. They lost badly to Iowa. They lost to Rutgers. They struggle. They lost at Indiana a few weeks ago when I was betting on that game, Washington at Indiana. Washington struggles getting on the plane and going in Big Ten country. I'm taking them against a hopefully pissed off Penn State team that understands everything, all the conversation surrounding them. I like Penn State -13.5. What's up?
They're white out.
White out.
White out. White out.
That
White
shit-
out.
that literally
White
all you
out.
had to be.
White
all you had
out.
to say.
My tier 2, I'm taking Iowa State at Kansas. Right now, Iowa State is favored by 2.5 at Kansas. The over-under is 50 points. Matt Campbell. Love Matt Campbell. Love what he's done at Iowa State. Rocco Becht, their quarterback. He's thrown for 60%, over 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I think they go into Kansas. Again, this college football playoff has came out. They have a shot. They have a lot of reason to play this week. They've put together a good season. They're over. They've exceeded expectations already. What Matt Campbell does at Iowa State, I like what they're doing. I think they beat up on a 2-6 Kansas team that just doesn't. They're not playing for anything right now. My tier 3, I need the boys to come up to the podium. Oklahoma State, TCU. I'm going to start off with Coop. Coop, I brought you boys up here last time. You led us down the wrong path. Coop! Talk to me about Okie State at TCU. The spread right now, TCU favored by 11. The over-under on this game is 66.5. Coop, talk to us.
Well, I will not lead you wrong this time because I will not lead you to pick Oklahoma State in this game.
Okay.
I know.
What else you got?
Okay.
Well, they're winless in conference. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but like TCU's turned it around a little bit, haven't they? Sure might know.
Floor is
Our
yours.
TCU correspondent will be up in a moment.
All right. I mean, we have the worst defense in the country. I think yards per game, we're the worst. Our offense is a mess. Gundy's calling Oklahoma State fans broke. It's just, it's not good in Stillwater right now.
That's crazy.
The vibes are very down.
So you like TCU minus 11?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Coop. Coop! Sherm Dog, come up here and feed us the Horned Frogs.
Oklahoma State versus TCU. More like TC who.
Ooh.
TCU's coaching staff is comprised of some of their biggest rivals, past coaches. Sonny Dykes from SMU, Kendall Briles, son of Art Briles, from Baylor. TCU has experienced huge losses from SMU. They allowed 66 points by the Ponies. Then they turn around and they go upset a Texas Tech team. Then they turn around and they go lose to Baylor, a team that they've only lost to twice in the last 10 matchups. Will they make a bowl? Will Oklahoma State make a bowl? They only have 3 wins. They have 3 more chances. They got to win out to make a bowl. Oklahoma State hasn't gone to a bowl in almost 20 years. This football game is for absolute college football sickos. I think it's going to be gutsy. I think it's going to be close. I think Oklahoma State's going to cover. I think TCU's going to win. And I think it's going to go over the 66 points. And I parlayed those picks together.
Sure. I'm going to take that. I like that. I like TCU to win. I like Oklahoma State to cover. Oklahoma State plus 11. And also look at a little parlay. See what the DraftKings Sportsbook builds up for you on those plus odds. With the over. The over. And fellas, that is my tier talk.
Phenomenal tier talk. Well spoken, well done, Will Compton. I'll hit at you with mine real quick. I'm going to start at my tier 3. I'm going to take ASU minus 3.5 versus UCF. Cameron Scatabo, running back for Will Compton in the last spring game. That kid against Oklahoma
Workhorse.
State, 23 carries, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Boys, we got a gritty, hard-working white boy in Tempe, Arizona. Over 1,000 yards rushing.
Oh yeah, he killing.
Over that, the Valley has officially been activated. I feel good about ASU. They're on the right path. They're headed towards an area. I don't think they're ever going to be like a playoff team. However, something
Never
that
know.
Arizona culture can be excited about. Fair weather fan state. They can get excited about the Arizona State Sun Devils. My tier 2. Number 12, Boise State. They're favored by 24 points against Nevada. Boise State took the number 1 team in the nation down to the wire early in the year. Ashton Genty, this kid is chasing history right now. He has the opportunity to break the single season rushing record. He is a mix of Marshawn Lynch, Reggie Bush, and that's about it.
It's a good mix. It's a good mix.
No, he
He's
got-
got a good.
he is a
Boy is
monster.
putting out a highlight tape like crazy. The balance on this kid is absolutely insane. He's got 3 guys hitting him left, right, and center. Stays on his toes, back to balance. That boy's running to the rafters. He has no problem getting around at all. I like them a lot, minus 24. And then finally, I think the Ducks train keeps on rolling. I think Dan Lanning's got a culture up there in the Pacific Northwest. He's handling business. They are playing Maryland. And I think they just keep on keeping on. They're minus 25 right now.
At Oregon or Maryland?
At Oregon.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, Lanning,
Lanning.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Friend of you.
And
Right
you,
now- right now,
the
I
way
would
you,
say-
you guys had a nice photo together.
Yeah, that photo should get burned. Don't feel good about that. That's my cheer talk.
Good.
They're good, and I like just kind of blindly riding with Boise State because I see all the highlights. I see the Ashton Gentry.
Right, but you don't really
Yeah.
check in on it
I don't
too
really
much.
check
check
it. I
in
don't like
on
actually
it.
watching,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
love
They only
the
talk
I
about
know
him.
Nevada's bad. I know Boise State's good, and their running back is doing something that
in
no one's
Boise
ever seen
State
before.
right now. They're in the dance.
I
They
know,
are.
and I
They're in the
kind of want to see
Yeah,
that.
I know, yeah.
I want to
They
see
are
Kind
that.
of like
there.
that story.
They close.
I'd like to see him possibly win the Heisman.
He may win it.
Yeah, he could, but it wouldn't be sick to have like a Colorado player, a Boise State player, and then
I know.
Dylan Gabriel, an Oregon player in there.
Well, Travis
no
Hunter.
SEC school.
Yeah.
It would just be crazy.
But Travis Hunter, I mean, if you want to say best player in the college football, he definitely is the best player in
Well,
college
besides
football.
Chris Johnson, yeah.
No. What are you talking about?
What's that?
Chris Johnson.
Will Johnson. Will Johnson.
Yeah.
He's just not playing right now.
My tier one. Tier one, we got Florida State at Notre Dame. I got to go with Notre Dame. This is going to be a game where Marcus Freeman is telling them guys at Notre Dame, don't let these dudes lull you to sleep because we know how bad Florida State is right now. Yes, the spread is minus 26.
Scary.
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 Very scary. But Florida State right now is not a good team. They're a team that is sitting on a lump of coal. I don't even know what the coal look like, but
Duke
they're
Cannon lump of coal, big ass brick of soap.
big brick.
It's right here.
Yeah.
I think we gave them some.
Yeah, you're right. We did. We were in that
We-
locker room.
we
Yeah,
did,
we
yeah.
hooked the boys up.
Jinxed them. But at the end of the day,
Got their ass.
Got their ass. At the end of the day, I'm going Notre Dame. I know this is a game where they probably like, look, don't let these boys lull you to sleep. Don't play to their level. We got to go out there. We got to kick their ass. So that's going to get done. Tier 2, Utah at Washington State.
Can't wait to hear this one.
Taking Washington State.
Okay.
Washington State right now, don't know much about them. Don't know much about Utah. But this is a game that I feel like it's gotta be talked about. Why? Not gonna talk a lot about it. But I'm taking Washington State to cover that game, and that's minus.
Viewers,
20
stay
and a
with
half.
us. Stay with us.
They love me. They just love the honesty. You get what I'm saying?
I feel that. Yeah.
All right.
The
They probably
honesty
won't
is-
take the pick, but they love the honesty.
No, they
Yeah.
will take the pick.
On what grounds? On what foundation?
Because
If you're taking this pick, for the love of God, I gotta know if you're. I leave a comment say you're right.
Yeah,
with
this-
Delanie on what Washington State.
Washington State
Okay.
against Utah State.
Utah or Utah State?
Utah State.
Utah State.
Okay, it was Utah a second ago.
No, I said Utah State in the beginning.
You say Utah State.
Did you?
No, I think he
Yes.
said
I think- I
Utah.
think
Well,
I
it's
said
Utah.
Utah
either
State.
way.
No, I said Utah State. You
Even
guys-
more of a reason to not
Hey,
take
look,
the pick.
all right,
Yeah.
whatever. Utah at Washington State. Tier 3, Oklahoma at Missouri.
Tell us why.
I'm going Oklahoma.
Why?
Because you got Brady Cook right now. He's doing his thing.
You hear the ice cream truck
Ice cream
outside?
truck outside? Should we get
See,
some?
that's a good sign right there. Ice cream truck coming around the corner. Run outside. Take this pick. You under dig? Oklahoma, -3. Let's go against Missouri.
All right, yeah, man.
All right.
Good
Love them.
You know, that's how
Love
we
you.
get down, man.
I love you.
You know, I
want to,
I don't stay winning just because.
You were 40% last week.
I was 44 actually.
Okay.
I would love to know your hey, Jared, I would love to know his season record in college football.
Right. Oh no, not college football. It's just overall.
No, college football. We're talking about college football. right
Okay,
now.
let's tell me what's my percentage for college football?
I don't have the college. I have overall season.
Yeah. So what's the overall right now for all of us, not just me?
You want to go there and read it? Or you go? All right. Delanie's season record right now is 79, 97, 45%. Taylor's record, season record, 71, 79, 47%. Will, 100 to 104, 49%.
We all
Come
in
on
the
now.
same
You're in
fucking
third place.
What's she talking
We
about?
all in the same
How many
bracket.
games has he won, Jared?
79.
79. I'm
You-
triple digit.
You got more
I'm triple
bets than
digit.
us too. You have more bets.
Because I know how to take risk. I know how to make these picks.
Yeah, okay.
We're talking over 200 games and I'm about 50%.
Your record will go up once the Bet the Boys is adjusted. It has not been adjusted this week. Delanie's will go up.
Mine will go up too. That's the point.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because we're all losses.
Delanie has a lot of dubs on Bet the Boys that no one else does.
Right, but
Yeah,
it'll
but
go
we've already
down
said-
because this is a group. This is a group effort.
It's like it's just a loss for everybody.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So everyone's stats will actually go down.
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
That sucks.
You are right.
That
Hey,
does
man.
suck.
That's all right. Pick up.
Did
the
that go the
football,
way
take
you
a
wanted?
swing.
Huh?
That go the way you wanted?
No,
Of course he did.
There's 3 of us here.
Look,
And you're
look.
in the, you're in
And
the-
that's your-
Hey,
that's your-
sometimes you have to fall. A giant has to fall for other people to be giants. I was a giant last year. I'm falling this year for one of you guys to be a giant. It's understandable. It happens.
Nice comeback. I'll tell you. Yeah. Great comeback.
Yeah.
You want to pick up the Fireball and take a swig? Because this next segment is
Yes,
brought to us by
indeed.
Fireball. The Ballsy Pick of the Week college football segment. So many things make football great. But you know what the best thing is? Kicking the living shit out of your rival. There's absolutely no better feeling as an athlete or fan. And this week, I know the Ballsy Pick, a couple of us have this South Carolina Vanderbilt game. And Fireball Whiskey is here to give you the spark to ignite that rivalry all season long. Grab your football buddy, buy around, and reignite that rivalry flame. Gentlemen,
LSU money line versus Alabama.
Hey, cuz wait
Night
up.
game.
what's up?
Did you not read the text message?
I read the text message.
Oh,
Let Taylor go first. We'll
Go ahead.
talk about this.
Night
We'll talk
game in
about
Death
this.
Valley.
We'll talk about this.
Inconsistencies of Alabama. Garrett, I'm sorry, brother, but we've been down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We saw him playing against Florida last year. There is maybe not another stadium that rocks like that. Actually, Knoxville goes pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to take LSU money line versus Alabama.
I want to bet
Ooh.
on this game so badly. I just can't. I can't get myself to do it. Because you're right. The environment plays a factor. And the shitty part with Bama, they're 128th in penalty yards this year. We obviously seen it go down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Alabama in that game.
They're 100
Alabama and Tennessee had laundry
Oh
all
my
over the
God.
field.
For sure,
On both
Every,
sides,
for
on
sure.
both
both
sides.
sides.
132nd in converting 3rd and long. Shout out the boy Josh Pate. I was watching his show last night. They're also 10th in 3rd and short. So the key is obviously, as you guys know, is staying ahead of the chains.
Yep.
And Bama, they're brutal in any 3rd and long situation. There's playoff implications. Like, it's going to be rocking. I just can't. LSU won 5 of the last 6 at home against ranked opponents. Alabama lost 3 of the last 4 on the road to ranked opponents. I don't know. I'm not going to bet. I'm not going to.
All
I'm
your
staying away from this
all
game.
your stats are basically going towards LSU, though.
But they're all, in a way, yeah. But you look at the way Alabama.
Did any stat go towards Alabama?
Yeah.
Besides their 3rd and short.
3rd and short, yeah. Staying ahead of the chain.
which is statistically
but
the best thing to do for any
saw
team.
Alabama-
Hey guys, what we really want to do this week? 3rd and 12. That's our sweet spot. No one ever says that.
But you saw the way LSU struggled with the running quarterback at A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got Milroe. Obviously, you got tape out there. They didn't have time to prepare for Marcel Reese. Is it Marcel Reese? Marcel Reed? Yeah. I don't know. And part of me, it's like, I like it seeing LSU in the environment. I like watching Bama. I kind of want Alabama to win, so I'm staying away from the game.
Fair enough.
Delaney, your ballsy pick of the week?
You go for it, man.
No, you got it. We're both talking about South Carolina Vandy. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So he just said it. Ballsy pick. We got South Carolina at Vanderbilt. Whew. Home team. Sorry, JP. Sorry, my guy. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. I'm taking Vandy money line. Look, when you got Tim Beck and Jerry Kill, 2 offensive coordinators running that system, they gonna find ways to get that ball in the end zone, first downs, move the chain.
You think so against that D-line?
I think so. I really think so. I think this
I
is going to be a
don't know,
game.
bro.
They've been upsetting a lot of people. People are shocked what Vanderbilt has been doing. I think this could be another game where they take that goalpost and take it to the river. And I'm huh?
South Carolina's not ranked.
Yeah.
It don't matter. South Carolina is a good
You saying
team.
they just want to tear it down?
They just want to tear it down because South Carolina beating a team like South Carolina after they just beat Texas A&M, that is big for Vanderbilt to come in, take a team down like that, and I'm seeing them doing it. So I'm taking money line, Vanderbilt.
I think we would be beside ourselves if we didn't let the boy JP come up and talk about South Carolina a little bit for this game.
Give us another speech.
This is the Gamecock #1 fan right here.
I trust me. I saw him on the sideline.
No, yeah, I mean, there's no speech for this game. Delanie picking Vanderbilt, if we've learned anything about college football and Delanie, it's that Delanie doesn't know college ball.
And I hit though.
Do
You don't hit.
Dog,
What are you
we've been
talking
trying
about?
to tell you.
That's
hit,
your
dog.
season total with the NFL. We ain't talking college.
No, that was everything. That's
Yeah.
all of it.
That's what I just said.
I know. Listen, he's trying to put us in a blender.
And regardless, we feel good if we're going opposite of who Delanie's picking. I would say Vanderbilt is sort of built like Texas A&M. They have a rushing quarterback that can make plays happen, but he can't throw that well.
True.
South Carolina's defense, what do we say every week? Our D-line, our front seven is stout.
Nasty.
So we come up to Nashville. Unfortunately, I will not be there. I have to go to a wedding in Franklin.
They gonna lose then.
They're not
Another
going to
victim.
lose because I wasn't there at A&M either, and we didn't lose.
You gave a good speech though.
I did give a good speech, and I feel like they did listen. And so one little tidbit I do have for them and for the country would be the Dragons don't get bigger, your armor gets stronger. And right now we have a whole new set of armor in our lockers in Columbia, South Carolina. And this week is going to be the first week that the nation sees this new armor of South Carolina football. And we're not looking back.
I'm still taking Vanderbilt.
Pavia is going to be running for his life.
I'm still taking Vandy.
Dog,
Here's where I'm getting spicy with this.
If South Carolina was ranked in the top 15, I can see Vanderbilt winning this game.
They
But
gonna win this game.
South Carolina's unranked. Vanderbilt has this like we beat Alabama, we hung in there with Texas. They have this like vibe about them where they like go after giants. I think in their mind they're not viewing South Carolina like the giant that they absolutely could be.
I think they
So
are.
I think Vandy loses this one.
I think they are.
And I'm fully secure in them not winning the SEC. I'm fully safe of not taking the Vegas. I kind of already am, but I would love this one. I just like to get this one.
I love the juice, and I know I got to make this pick ballsy. I love the juice coming out after that South Carolina win last week. You saw the locker room with Beamer and all those boys getting hype. He brings his wife in. Here's how I'm making it ballsy. I'm taking the line, and you're going to move it.
No.
-7.5. South Carolina plus 132. Plus 132. Those are ballsy odds. South Carolina is going to beat this team's ass. Pavia is going to run for his life against Stewart.
He's already hurt knee.
I like the
He gonna
Gamecocks,
show
bro.
up.
They got a nasty D-line.
They do.
They got a nasty
They
D-line.
do. But I just,
So that's how I'm making it ballsy.
That
South
is
Carolina
that,
get
just
that
like
is a
minus
beautiful,
7.5.
that is a
make it-
beautiful
just-
way to
I
spin
like how
zone the
y'all
ball
making
and
them
pick.
sound like giants, and that's what they do. They crush giants. So I like that.
No,
you
we're
are.
literally saying the opposite. We're saying
Y'all saying South
They're not-
Carolina
South
is
Carolina's
giants
not
on
a
defense.
giant.
Y'all saying on defense they're giants. Pretty much. Did you just say that?
this
said they have a
man.
nasty
We got to end the show.
D-line.
We
Same
have to
thing.
end the show.
Same
I said they
thing.
got a nasty D-line.
Same thing.
We need
don't matter
Delanie
that
Walker
they're
on
not
Alpha
ranked.
Brain
It don't-
immediately.
No, y'all, it don't matter. But Vandy see y'all as giants. So you gotta think about it's Vanderbilt. They see those dudes as giants.
I have
Trust me.
no more words.
This
for you.
game is going to be exciting, but I do like South Carolina.
And
that's
I
how I'm
like
making it
Vandy.
ballsy.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
It is what it is.
Fan call in parlay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fan call in parlay.
Let's get to it.
We got Nate Dogg back in the saddle.
Nate Dogg!
Nate Dogg back in the saddle.
Do you want me to do it?
Yep. So I don't have it. I don't
True
have
Classic,
it.
right?
Yeah.
All right, the call-in segment is sponsored by True Classic. You see the boys sitting in front of you. We are all wearing True Classic besides Delanie's jeans. For good reason. True Classic does not make those. Look at the chest on both these gentlemen right here. Look at the shoulders. Look at the arms. They look good in real life, but with this t-shirt on their body, they feel a whole lot better and they look a whole lot better. The True Classic team is sending out codes to hook you up with the True Classic, so be sure to give them a shout out in our comments. Here, using our socials, we're going to use hashtag TrueClassicCaller for a chance to win. All you have to do in this, hashtag TrueClassicCaller, you put that in the comment section, you are now able to possibly win a gift card to get you some of this
And
right
you will
here.
get a gift card. The boy Ryan, the CEO for True Classic, he loves dishing out gift cards.
He loves dishing them
Hashtag
out.
True Classic Caller.
Right. Upgrade your wardrobe and save on True Classic at TrueClassic.com. Let's see it. Let's see this.
Yeah,
this
Nate
beautiful-
Dogg back in the
Let's see
saddle.
what Nate got going for us.
Military based. I already got a
I
little
see,
sneak
yeah, I
peek.
see
got a
that.
little sneak peek.
I see what's going on here.
What's up, man? Happy election week, boys. If you're not familiar with me, I was on the fan call-in a little bit earlier this year. I had a disgusting, vile 0-3 performance, and that's on me. But the boy Delanie Walker and the boy Willie C gave me a nickname, Nate Dogg, the dog. Well, guess what, boys? Hungry dogs run faster. When those lines come out on Monday, it's like the owner taking the dog to the backyard and throwing the bone. I'm fucking getting after it. Hunting down picks to put money in the boys' pockets. Now, since it is election week, we have a little 3-leg military parlay cooked up for y'all. I'm gonna be honest, 45's been talking shit on Twitter all day. It's getting me fired up. I'm feeling American as hell, and that's why we're riding with the troops. First, we're going Navy USF under 57.5. Apparently, there's gonna be some bad rain going on in Florida this weekend. Next, we're going Army minus 5.5 at North Texas. Army straight up bullies dudes. They shove dudes in lockers before the game even starts. Army's legit. And lastly, we're going Air Force plus 10.5 versus Fresno State. Boys, if you're not riding with the troops parlay this weekend, you're probably kneeling at the national anthem. Take your fucking hat off, stand up, have a little bit of respect. Just invest a little bit into this, boys. You don't even have to watch the games. Just show your support for the troops. Shout out the boys. Shout out the locker room. Shout out True Classic. Shout out the troops. Let's make some fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
No, he is not by far.
We're riding. Do we?
100%.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
riding.
yeah.
There's not. You don't even have to
Come
talk
on, man.
about it, dude. It's beautiful.
Do we know the odds? Well, good job, Jared.
Okay,
Way to produce this show.
Guy
up.
can't
Hey,
clip
good
on
job
streams.
for
Can't
you
find
guys.
odds for fan call-ins.
What do you want us to do? We don't see the call until literally right
No,
now.
I'm just saying, good job.
Hey, something's up.
I can't.
Guy, the boy's having a brain hematoma.
No,
right
I'm
now.
like, good
Something's going
job.
on
We,
here.
you know, the guy who gave us the numbers ain't here anymore. Good job.
Oh.
Hey, thank you for tuning in.
We had a great time on the show today.
6 a.m. Thursday, 6 a.m. on Thursday. Make sure you're subscribed, leaving comments with the boys. We appreciate you showing up. We appreciate you watching this whole thing. We love you. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Let's make some fun.
Can we just do one more time, pumpkins in the chat? One more time. Just one more. I'm having a hard time giving it up. I'm having a hard time giving it up. I just went for South Carolina, too. That's crazy. Pumpkins in the chat. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Please subscribe.
Let's go.